It is 1 o'clock. Welcome back in the fourth and final hour. Three-man front. We're live. It's Social Taco here on Jocks. Conrad, Pat, Landrum, Molly with you until 2 o'clock. And it has just been a stunning last 20 minutes of soccer over in Atlanta, Landrum. And the unthinkable, if you're an Egyptian fan, has occurred.
The result is the same as last night, but I was telling you guys during the break, give me last night's we never had a prayer, this was over before it started result, if it's going to end in a loss, as opposed to we're up 2-0 with half of the fourth quarter, if we go college football, left. And not only do we allow Argentina to come back and tie it, no, 3 straight unanswered goals. And now, as time's about to expire, Argentina's going to move on.
Yeah, there were 5 minutes left in extra time when Argentina scored the third goal. So they're now up 3-2.
3 goals in 13 minutes.
That's
I credit all the training at Jordan Hare in Auburn.
Yes,
absolutely.
Probably so. Joining us now on the Higginbotham Hotline, Demetri Ravanos joins the program. He was texting with me in Landrum last night during the unfortunate occurrence that happened in Seattle, Washington. Mate, how you doing on this Tuesday?
I am good. I will tell you. I got up to go pick up my son from the class he was at today, and I am just now learning Argentina is not eliminated from the World Cup.
Isn't that something? They're like zombies. You can't kill them. They're like Indiana football in 2025. You just cannot beat them.
You know, Belgium got to the point of playing us because they did basically the same thing against Senegal, man.
Yeah.
These upstart countries are great stories, but at the end of the day, if you have future World Soccer Hall of Famers on your bench, you're probably going on to the next round, no matter what the score is.
Where are we falling short besides the scoreboard against teams like Belgium?
Well, I mean, number one, like, Belgium was just so stacked, right? I'm sure you guys have heard that we are in what is considered our golden generation of international soccer talent on the U.S. roster. Belgium is kind of at the back end of theirs, and a guy who didn't even get into the game last night, Kevin De Bruyne, is considered one of the best to ever play in the Premier League. That's where we're falling short. We don't have that depth. And certainly, you know, a goalkeeper that understands how to play the position would help a lot as well.
That is typically an important position to have locked down, Demetri. So how disappointed, and you know soccer better than I do, but I feel like for the last couple of years now, all I've heard about is how great Christian Pulisic is. This is the guy that's going to be the savior for American soccer. He's going to be the LeBron James of this generation of American soccer. He is the chosen one, so to speak. And I couldn't help. I felt throughout the entire tournament. I know he was banged up at times, but he just never really lived up to the billing. How disappointed were you in Pulisic and his performance, particularly last night, where it felt like we just needed a superstar out there and he fell short?
Yeah, I mean, he had a much better World Cup in 22 than he did in this one, and last night was a perfect picture of that, man. 11 turnovers in the first half, credited to him alone. You know, the injuries, the banged up, that's part of the story. Like, Pulisic is kind of fragile. He's always banged up, especially in these big moments. It sucks. I don't think the guy is like a bum or anything. I just think, you know, it's sort of like, think of whatever 5-star recruit you want to that comes on campus to a ton of hype, and you just never see him get better than he was when he first got on campus. Like, Pulisic came up a way most American soccer players do not, where he was in one of these European academy systems from a young age and got all of his training that way. And I think we were hoping, or we had convinced ourselves, he was going to become something he just really wasn't capable of. He's still a World Cup talent, still a great player for the U.S., or has been, but in these biggest moments, him disappearing is not abnormal.
So he's Ryan Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good comparison for right now, because he has had some of those moments that make the eyes bug out of your head. But they are fewer and further between this year than they were the last World Cup.
Let me ask you about Pochettino, because word is that there has been an extension on the table. He makes $6 million a year. as the head coach of the U.S. men's national team. A lot of rumors that he may not be back. What's your opinion on him and the job he's done?
I was very impressed by him in the World Cup. My son is sitting right next to me, and he will be happy to tell you how much he is sick of me complaining about Pochettino in the lead up to the World Cup. But his system seemed to work for us. I would not be opposed to running it back at all. That being said, I could totally understand, especially when you saw what this team was in the tune-up matches. I could understand why on the biggest stage he might have attracted some attention, and maybe he has better options on the table now than just the U.S. national team.
For the overall growth of the sport, engagement by people like me, Pat, Conrad, that don't normally watch soccer, did the U.S. help itself, or did last night ultimately hurt those folks as far as their future watching?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that it hurts those folks. I do think that what it could do, what this entire World Cup run could do to help soccer in America, it's not the same as what the NHL was hoping for out of the gold medal in hockey, because I think as a U.S. soccer fan, you have to accept the way people younger than you and I, Landrum, watch like the NBA. They don't have teams, they have guys. If you're a U.S. soccer fan, like Balagoon plays for a team in France, Pulisic plays for a team in Italy, Chris Richards plays for a team in England, like you are just going to have to lock into your guys. And for a guy like Richards, if everyone there in Alabama is a fan of the Hoover native, he's pretty easy to follow in the Premier League. In the U.S., it's not as easy to follow Balagoon in League One in France.
So, Demetri, what do you make of – I think it's an interesting conversation that we've had with a couple of people over the last couple of days, but essentially the narrative that in other countries, right, you have your premier athletes are soccer stars. And here in the United States, they go and play football or baseball or basketball. Do you think there's a future where maybe you have more of those top-end athletes that go towards soccer in the United States, or are we just always kind of going to be stuck in the world that we live in because we put such an emphasis on the other sports? Not saying I want, the premier athletes in the NFL for, to go to soccer necessarily, but do you think that there's a future where that maybe happens?
I think U.S. soccer's biggest problem from a development level is whereas why has France been able to go from one superstar era to the next? Well, because all of these clubs in France identify kids from the moment they are able to kick a ball, get them in their youth academies, and develop them exactly the way they want them. They make money off of these kids. They are part of youth teams that travel and play. And in the U.S., we're still in a system where youth sports cost thousands of dollars to participate. Like we have set up, and soccer, more than any other sport, the price is almost prohibitive to be able to develop. I think we have cut off the ability for kids to get the kind of coaching that is pretty common in Europe and in South America, unless they are of a certain economic class. And if you're doing that, you've cut out a whole portion of the talent pool that is bound to choose other sports regardless of how popular they are.
All right, Demetri, so over the weekend, social media was abuzz because of a potential announcement about the college football bubble bath. Would you like to share with our audience that announcement?
Yes, the college football bubble bath has gone to internet bit heaven. And last Friday, the Friday after last, was the last episode. And so now I have joined the cast of our little more play it down the middle, straight-laced football show, Chewing Clock, which you can hear every Monday and Wednesday on SEC Unfiltered.
I told you, you keep the areolas below the suds, and you never would have been taken off.
Listen, I have argued that I should get to do at least the first 5 weeks shirtless so that my audience transitions to the new normal.
Pasties, at least.
But, yeah, so far it's fallen on deaf ears, but you and I are on the same page. Lane.
Go SEC pasties. See how that goes over.
I think that's a great idea.
It's the perfect shape.
Yeah, that's.
There you go.
Oh, they would love that at the office in Birmingham. All right, Demetri. So it's the summer months. We like to ask you movie questions pretty frequently now. So I saw yesterday, I guess. I don't know if you've seen this, but the Odyssey comes out next Friday. And I guess the first reviews for it came out yesterday, and apparently it's the greatest movie ever made. Have you seen similar reactions online, and how excited are you for the biggest movie of the summer that comes out next week?
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I don't know that I'm as excited as you are, Conrad.
I'm very
but
excited.
I am. Oh, I can tell. I feel like we've talked about it 5 weeks in a row. I am excited. I think Chris Nolan is a great filmmaker, and I'm interested to see what he does here. I do think that every reviewer goes into his movies because of the way he makes movies. He tries to limit the amount of digital effects and really tries to do things the old-fashioned way. I think people go in having decided they are going to love this movie. So I try to avoid reviews until I actually see his stuff.
That is Demetri Ravanos joining us from SEC Unfiltered here on Three Man Front. Enjoy the rest of the tournament as it's now official. Argentina will advance as they overcame the 2-0 deficit. They get the big win in Atlanta. Messi crying. Everybody's happy in Buenos Aires this afternoon. So they're happy.
Yeah. Let's just fast forward to what we know is going to happen, the Argentina-France rematch.
They might not be happy in the Falkland Islands unless England wins the national. But sorry.
Yeah, they hold on to grudges.
Yeah, they do. Have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Thanks, Meat.
All right, boys. Talk to y'all next week.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, Meat.
He joined us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Higginbotham is your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services.
When's that? The Odyssey. When did you guys read that? Was that high school?
I think for me it was middle school.
Ninth grade? I was thinking ninth
I
grade.
think 8th grade, 8th or 9th.
Been a minute.
Pat and Molly just flexing on what level they got to read the Odyssey.
They were on the advanced course.
It was not my favorite, but I'd be willing to watch the movie. I think the movie might be more entertaining to Landrum.
Yes. I'll go read the synopsis of the book again just to refresh and then go watch the movie.
Yeah. There's a golf hole. It's a par 3. I've named the Odyssey.
Did you?
Not sure if there's a magnetic field. It's like a Bermuda Triangle type thing.
It's like every hole for me.
Yeah, we appreciate Demetri joining us. All of our guests join us on the Higginbotham Hotline. We still got questions from Pat. We'll try to answer. We continue to entertain with our friends here at Social Taco in Homewood. They're in the terrace. You can join us. We're here until 2 o'clock. They're open all afternoon and evening long. Don't forget about half-off happy hour. More Three Man Front next.